What's going on YouTube? WS6 Thunder here with another review for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. This is something that I personally carry every single day. I love it, and therefore I figured it'd be worth reviewing. That way, for somebody else who might be interested in one of these, it's something you're going to be carrying around with you every single day. Therefore, I figured why not give a good review on it, show you guys what it's all about. Today, we're going to be talking about the Ridge wallet. Now, this is a wallet that I picked up a couple years ago to replace my leather bifolds, which I have used for pretty much my entire life before this. I gotta say, I never thought I would be a minimalist wallet kind of guy. I'm very traditional with my wallets. I've had my leather wallets for the longest time, but I absolutely love this thing. The one I have here, the finish is the titanium. The burnt titanium, to be more specific, because there are actually two titanium models. One is just an all gunmetal gray, and then there's this one, which is the burnt titanium effect. So you've got your gray, standard gray metalish look here, and then when you heat up titanium, it becomes blue. It gives it a blue tint to it, which it looks like is what they did with this. They heated up this side of the wallet, gave that cool blue tint. It's like orange, red, purple, blue type of fade. And that's a natural look. It's just what happens when you heat up titanium. Now, I'm a big fan of titanium. It's always been one of my favorite metals. So when I saw that they offered it in this finish, I absolutely had to get it. They also offer it in carbon fiber as well, which I was very, very tempted about getting. This is how I usually have it set up. 7 cards that contain, you know, my various IDs, credit cards, insurance, stuff like that. And then about 4 bills in here, which are folded in half and then folded in half again. That's the only way to really make these fit inside this cash strap here. Otherwise, they kind of stick out around the other edges and it just doesn't look good. So if you carry a lot of cash with you, this thing could start to bulge fairly quickly. But if you only carry, you know, 4 or 5 bills with you at most at any given time, it's relatively thin. This is a very, very thin wallet. Light, solid. Now, going over parts of the wallet, it's constructed with these screws here, holding everything intact. The outside is the titanium shell. Inside is going to be a black, like a plastic type of material. It'll block scanners and things like that. Anything you're worried about scanning, if you have any types of cards that are RFID cards, it blocks all that. I'll show you guys the packaging. This here's the package. This here's the package, the Ridge, and it's really cool. I got the titanium one. It even has a little TI next to it, which is a very cool detail. I'm surprised that they went out of their way to make a box with a cover just for the titanium model. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and that's a very cool detail that I really appreciate. So opening it up, I've already got the wallet out, but they give you a little, like a quick start type of card that kind of just goes over all the parts of the wallet, tells you how to set it up and all that. And this is a really nice felt-like kind of material too. Like the presentation is really, really nice, which I really appreciate. They didn't have to go to these lengths to make this packaging look good, but they did. And then Ridge also included, and it's in 2 pieces here, but they actually included a screwdriver, and it's a very nice screwdriver. Like this thing, it's very well constructed. It's got a Torx tip on it, and really what this is for removing these screws here. So they give you a screwdriver so you can take these off, and if you need to, you know, swap out this money clip or these elastic bands if they break or they stretch, you can do that with this tool, which I've never seen another wallet that comes with tools to actually work on your wallet. This has got to be a first. It's a very cool detail. They even have their branding on here. It says Ridge. I just think it's really cool that they did that. I really appreciate companies that go to those types of lengths to really look out for you after buying something. And this wallet is not cheap. This is $115, I think I spent on it. Granted, the titanium and the carbon fiber are the 2 most expensive finishes. You can get the $40, $50 wallets that have like, they're plastic and they have all sorts of colors. So they've got like greens, whites, pinks, blues, blacks, grays. You want it in plastic, it'll cost you a lot less, which if you don't want to spend over $100 on a wallet, I completely understand that. You have options there. It's going to be essentially the exact same wallet. The only difference is this very, very thin layer here of titanium or carbon fiber or whatever. That's the only thing that you're switching out. So this is the wallet here. There's my cards, and I will give you a quick comparison to my old leather bifold. So this is what I used to carry. It's just a Victorinox bifold. Great wallet. You can really see the size difference here. This is a much, much smaller wallet. Even the thickness, I thought this might be a thicker wallet. It's not at all. And I have this loaded up with, you know, standard credit card in every slot, a couple extras in here, which is how I usually carried this. And just for the sake of comparing, 4 bills, the same as the Ridge wallet I have. Just to kind of give you an idea how these compare with the same type of stuff carried in them. So you can see that's it's quite a bit thinner too. Right, so the overall profile of carrying this thing, it's way less. And obviously if you have more cards, this is going to be a little more bulky. If you have less cards, it's going to be less bulky. I think they say you can fit up to 12 cards in this, which I wouldn't do. I think that's pushing it. I think you're going to stretch these bands out. But I've loaded this up with a lot of cards before, and when I go back down to like 5 or 7 cards, it is incredibly tight. It's not loose at all. A lot of you might be wondering, how do you get your cards in and out of here? This has got to be a pain to go through your cards because, you know, I mean, these bands are tight, right? So how do you do it? So they have a little notch right here, which is meant for your finger. So you just push up, right? And then what Ridge tells you to do is, because of that, you can kind of see the cards, they're not here anymore. So you can push right here together and it naturally fans out your cards. So you can just kind of go through, get the one you want. If it's this one, put them back down, you're good to go. And of course, putting them back in is easy too. Just stick it in there. And another really neat thing that they did, I'm going to take all the cards out here, so see if you guys can see this, but the insides, they're actually beveled. They're like beveled, the black plastic is beveled right here, it's like rounded. And the reason they do that, you can just take your 7 cards like I have here, space it out a little bit, and these things all just slide right in. So they make it so that way you can just stick a card right in there without having to finagle it too much. They make it easy as possible to get cards in and out of this. Getting cards out and browsing them, it's not the easiest thing in the world, right? You can see how that kind of fans out here. Of course my camera doesn't want to focus. But if you squeeze too hard, they kind of pop out. But after you get quick with this, it doesn't take long, you get quick with this. Now, usually what I do is I just keep the cards I use the most in the back, one in the back, one in the front. So usually like my credit card that I use the most in the back, my ID in the front. It's pretty much all I need. I don't really need more than that. So it makes it very easy to use this thing. A lot of people wonder, is this comfortable to carry around? My answer is yes, absolutely. I didn't think it would be, because it's a hard wallet. It doesn't bend at all. I thought it was going to be very unpleasant in my pocket. Now if I were to put it in my back pocket, absolutely true. You don't want to sit on this. But if you have it in your front pockets, it just disappears when you put it in there. This guy right here, very, very bulky wallet. I couldn't carry this around in my front pocket. It would drive me crazy. This disappears. I don't even feel it in there. If you've gotten a chance to try one of these, or if you have one, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's just a weird thing. Now, the reason why I got this wallet, these leather wallets are great. They're very nice. I love leather wallets. I've always been a big fan. But I had a problem where these slots just get too loose. You can see right here, just a little bit of shaking, and these things are coming out. And I was constantly opening up my wallet and finding that my cards had fallen out of this thing, and I had to go look around for them. I had to look around my work, my house, out in the parking lot. I found some cards there before, and after 2 or 3 of those instances, I was like, okay, this can't happen because I'm gonna lose one of my credit cards or my ID or whatever. I need something that's gonna hold my stuff and I'm not gonna have to worry about losing it. So I did a lot of research, I talked to a lot of friends, and this is what I went with. That's my review of the ridge wallet. I'm going to try to keep this not too long, not too lengthy, but hope you guys liked this video. If you do, comment. If you have any questions about the ridge wallet, be sure to leave those questions in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll have more reviews for you guys coming later. You guys take it easy.